in regards to FTX, you were asking last week, where did the money go?
Mm-hmm. Well, I found out this week it mostly went into rich people's pockets.
Well, the other thing happened is what he said is, your money's here. We create a token that represents your money. Yeah, sounds good. Then I can just make another 300 million of these tokens. Now I have what these tokens are allegedly worth. So the money didn't go somewhere. The money never existed. He made up the money, and then when this thing, all the money he made up disappeared.
Well, people put their money into FTX. Mm-hmm. He then took that money
and leveraged
and gave it to Alameda to do their trading with.
Yep.
These people whose money got taken, they never agreed to have that money used. Mm-hmm. It's fraud, plain and simple.
That's fraud, but he also made up a bunch of tokens.
Okay, I don't know about that part. And where that money went, Matt, it went to Alameda to run their fucking business, you know?
Yeah. But he's presenting himself as like, hey, it's a what it called? What it called?
What it called, y'all?
They used it in the 2008 financial crisis. It was
a short.
No,
squeeze?
the greed. It was a political word for greed, unintended consequence, or I'll get back to it. But the whole point being is, I was trying to do the right thing, so forgive me for the fraud. Had I been doing all this stuff to kill Jews or to beat women, whatever, something bad, I can't imagine an example, then of course I'm a bad person. But because I'm stealing all this money because I'm trying to save the world, like, you can't blame me. I hope he rots in jail.
I'm stealing from the poor to give to the poor.
Yeah, exactly.
So there was one guy who called in his stocks or whatever that triggered this whole thing, right?
Yeah, it was the guy that owned the
other company. Like, it really is such an amazing story on every level. Like, it's terrible that people lost their money.
Again, I don't
to a scam, you know what I'm saying? But this is going to be movie fodder for the next generation to come.
It will be a movie, but I think
1,000%.
I think he said that the money's still there.
1,000%.
Like Christopher Walken.
I think he said the money's still there.
Yeah, why would you believe
people
anything
might
Sam
get their money back.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
Okay,
okay, but I believe that there probably is some money still there. Let's say there was 8 billion, maybe there's 1 billion, and that's why what's his name, that video you sent me, Matt,
Kevin O'Leary,
is still not saying bad things about him because he thinks that maybe there's still a chance that he can get Pumpkinhead there to give him his money back.
Why is Kevin O'Leary saying, he's a good person, he just made a mistake?
Pretty much. And that I would use him again in a deal because he's great at what he does.
And I've tried to tell you guys.
So that's the only reason. It's all planned.
I've tried to tell you guys before that Kevin O'Leary is infamous for, at the beginning of .com, whatever, educational program he sold to Mattel for like $300 million, and it didn't work.
Well, who cares?
Well,
but he got the money.
Mattel. Exactly. Like, he's not a genius. His first deal was selling in lemon. So I guess that's a deal, but not. It wasn't because he made the iPhone
incredible.
or whatever.
Well, that kind of makes you like that.
Selling a lemon for 300 million.
Who just went to jail.
But you just leave destruction wherever you go.
Right?
Well, he also killed someone with his yacht.
Who pretended to have the, what's her name with the voice?
Elizabeth
Holmes.
Theranos.
What I'm speaking to is Kevin O'Leary endorsing this guy is sort of like, Kevin O'Leary's a bit of a scammer himself, so.
Well, again, he had so much money tied up in there, so that's probably pretty self-serving in some regard. I can't imagine it another
It's tough
way.
for someone like Kevin O'Leary to be like, I really fucked up and I lost a lot of money. I think he doesn't want to have egg on his face.
He's
right?
just trying to save face, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's just weird you say he's lost money, but if you got paid $50 million, would you just leave it in there and get it?
He had a lot of his own. I think he really believed in this kid. He got duped like everybody else did. And he put a lot of money, I imagine, into into what was supposed to be safe and was being used. Well, it's 100%
apparently
fraud.
Mark Norman lost a lot of money too.